Our Flag Means Death episodes 4 through 6 just dropped on HBO Max, and the first of the episodes, episode 4, was really great. I like this episode. This episode, while the comedy didn't work the best, what the actual theming of the episode was interesting because we had this character. It really showed this parallels between Blackbeard and kind of our main character, which is that we get more insight into why he left his family to be a pirate, what that meant, how he's kind of forced into this marriage that not for love, but it ended up not necessarily failing, but hitting its wits ends, and him going on to be what he wants to be and live the high life. And so he goes on this journey as this character, and Blackbeard is also a character who feels like he's trapped into his own life and is trying to figure himself out. And that's kind of what this episode was setting up, the parallels. Next episode, we get a little bit more into that. And we get to see Blackbeard kind of struggle with being this different type of pirate and learn from this character who is not the average pirate, who's kind of weird and kind of quirky, and it's very interesting. Very well done, and it's a very good, interesting character dynamic. And it was very well written, super well told, very well paced, and an excellent, 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 excellent story. And I really like that. I mean, while the comedy is still pretty hit or miss in the show, that was very interesting. Episode 6 kind of shows the more ruthless side of Blackbeard, which I really like. So, yeah, I think the show continues to be a pretty good show. It has flaws, like I mentioned, with the humor. But I think overall, these 3 episodes continue to impress me and show more of the characters in the show. And it's very unfortunate that it does not look like we're getting a season 2. First of all, HBO Max has had a track record of dropping all their shows um, week to week. They'll drop like 3 episodes at once, day one, so that way you can binge it and kind of get interest in the show. But then after that, after the first 3 episodes have been dropped all at once, it moves to just 1 episode a week. This show obviously feels like they're burning through it. And we also have another DC's kind of limited series coming out soon on HBO Max, the same time this show will be airing. So it very much feels like they're trying to kill this show off. And I get it. This show has issues. The comedy's hit or miss. It is primarily a comedy. That's going to be a problem for some people. I get it. It's a pirate show, and it's a kind of show that needs a niche fan base and not like a mainstream one. And with how expensive this show looks, having a niche fan base really isn't the best sign for this kind of show. And that's really the biggest issue I see with this show. And I can see why we're kind of getting to a point where, hey, this show may not last very long. It's unfortunate because the show is good, and I think it could have more of an audience if they would just market the show better. But unfortunately, it does not look that's where this is going. I think this is going to be the last season.